Hi, my name is Samiha Rahman, and today I'll be showing you guys how to make the outer box. Let's get started. What you'll be needing are 12 pieces of square paper. Make sure they are all the same. I'm going to start off with my green paper and I'm going to fold it in half, making sure the creases are sharp. I'm now going to open it up and fold the bottom edge to the middle and fold the top edge also to the middle. Now I'm going to just crease it. Now I'm going to take the middle top flap and I'm going to fold it up to the top edge. Make sure this is very sharp. You want to turn your model around and do the same thing on the other side. Take your middle top flap and fold it up to the top edge. You now want to flip your whole model over and take the bottom right corner and fold it to the top edge. Flip it and do the same thing. Now I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to take my straight bottom middle flap and fold it up to the top middle flap. Make sure you get the triangle in there also. Next I'm going to take my right corner, fold it in, flip it around and take my right corner of my other diamond and just fold it in. We are now done making one piece. You want to do the same thing with all of your 11 pieces of other paper. Here I am, done with all 12 pieces of my folded paper. Now I want my bottom to be all yellow, so I picked out 4 yellow pieces. Now, listen carefully. I'm going to take 2 flaps. One flap I am going to open up at the very end. And I'm going to try to look for a triangle pocket on the other flap. I'm going to insert my triangle flap into the triangle pocket as shown. Now we have 2 sides connected of our bottom base. Now I am just going to do the very same thing like I did before with my third and fourth piece. Find a pocket and put my flap inside the pocket. For the very last piece of paper, you want to insert the flap into both sides of the paper. Now we have successfully finished our whole bottom base. Now I am going to connect my side pieces for the box. I'm going to pick up my orange piece because that's the color of the side I want. I am going to look for a pocket that does not already have a flap inserted, but instead a pocket that has no flaps and is totally empty. I am going to enter my flap inside the pocket as shown. I am going to flip my little yellow flap in front of the orange. As you can see, the orange flap has a little pocket, so you can easily insert the yellow inside the orange. To make it a little easier, try to flatten both pieces out with your thumb. To make the corners a little sharp, try to pinch it. Okay, now let's connect our second side. Same thing as we did before, I'm going to insert the green into the bottom, take my yellow piece, put it on top of the green, and just put it in. Make sure you fix sides as you go. I'm just going to do the very same thing with my other 2 sides. This is how your box should look with the base, including the 4 sides. Let's now construct our top part of the box. Make sure the flap, when you open it up, is facing downwards. You want to insert this downwards facing flap into the pocket as shown. You next want to take your little green flap and fold it in front of the yellow and fold it inside of the yellow flap, conveniently placed. You want to do the same exact thing for your second, third, and fourth flap. Insert it into the pocket shown and fold the orange on top, fold it inside of the yellow, and then with your extra yellow flap that is just hanging from the side, take this flap and insert it into the yellow pocket right next to it. Now I am going to go ahead and connect my third flap just like I did with my second flap. Now we have one more flap remaining. To make sure this process isn't hard, folding this corner, flatten both flaps out with your thumb just to make the process a little bit more easier. And with our last two remaining flaps, I'm just going to fold them on top of each other and insert it to the pocket right next to the flap. We are now finally done. Just pinch every vertex of your box just to make sure the corners are very sharp and creased. Making these little boxes take a lot of patience, so it's important to keep in mind not to freak out. This is how you make a little box that fits exactly inside your original. Take your paper that you used to make your original box and fold it in 4 pieces. Now, make 12 of these little 4 pieces to make the mini box. Now, to make an even smaller box that fits inside your box, fold that piece of paper in 4s and basically make 6 of those little yellow pieces to make your little box. I really hope you enjoyed my tutorial and remember to get creative.